Well, greetings, salutations, it's Off-Grid Warrior, and today I'm going to be talking about the OneTigris Underquilt. I was pretty excited about this underquilt because it's really well priced. I found it on Amazon, and the one thing that's kind of prevented me from buying decent down underquilts for hammocks is the price. They just seem ridiculously expensive. But this one was pretty cheap, I think around $60. And last night was the first night I got to use it, and I must say I was not cold at all. The problem is this is not really designed for an asymmetrical hammock, which means that once you get in your hammock and you're supposed to lay slightly off center, having this OneTigris on it kind of makes that a little awkward and uncomfortable, and as you sleep it almost forces you to lay more in a traditional way in a hammock, which for me is not comfortable, being bananaed out in a hammock. I think the best way for me to demonstrate that is to get in the hammock, and we'll take a look at it. But you can see how it hooks up over here. Real simple. It has a carabiner and some bungee cords, and you just kind of clip that up, and it's the same thing on the other side. You can also see if the Hennessy hammock with the flaps on the outside kind of fits, kind of spools out onto the outside. It doesn't fit within the actual underquilt, which isn't too bad once you get in. But let's just take a look at the end here. You can see it's just another repeat of things. And there are actually two of us out here also using the underquilt, and we both woke up this morning with the same sort of comment on how it affected the shape of the hammock and getting comfortable in the hammock. So it wasn't just me. So there we go. Let me get my boots off. Okay, so obviously I have the canopy off the hammock. You can see over here we have the rainfly on. I call it a canopy. It's a rainfly. I have taken the rainfly off so that you folks can see what's going on, and the lighting's a little bit better once I'm in there. So we're opening it up. Okay, and you can see how it forms this ledge on the hammock over here. I'm gonna attempt to get in here now. Whoa. Boots off. Okay, so here I am in the hammock, and let's take a quick peek at what's happening on the outside here with the underquilt. Give you an idea of how it sits once it's on here and you're in here. Okay, so here lies the problem. Close it up. Now, with the Hennessy hammocks, they're not really designed for you to lay straight along the center line. Okay, I call that the banana shape. For me, that's not super comfortable. The Hennessy hammocks have what's called an asymmetrical cut, which actually is best laying in like this, off center. Okay, you're supposed to lay like that. This way you will lay the flattest in this hammock, and it'll be the most comfortable. That's how it's designed. Trust me, it's very comfortable. You're flat, laying flat this way. Now with the underquilt on here, what happens is, because it has these walls, this is the underquilt right here. Okay, and it's right over here again. What happens, it kind of sandwiches you in here, and it prevents you from comfortably laying this way like one should. And that's happening because the wall of one side over here of the underquilt is pretty taut right now, because I'm laying on the wall, and it passes directly underneath my shoulder and back right now. Right, if you can imagine, it's coming up here waistline, and it's right underneath my back. I can feel this taut underquilt right underneath my back here, and it's forcing me back into the center line which is not how you want to lay in here, like I've explained, right? So it's essentially sandwiching me in here. There you can see one end, one side and one side over here, underquilt, underquilt, and it's sandwiching me here, forcing me in this banana shape. The problem with this banana shape is it actually creates a void between the underside of your legs, because my legs can't fold up this way. I don't think most humans can't fold their legs up that way. So it's not super comfortable. Alright, it's not comfortable at all. And also what's happening with the sandwiching, it's sorry guys, bear with me. It's making this area a lot thinner and narrower for me. So I feel like I'm actually kind of have compressed shoulders, and I'm having to sleep, you know, with my arms tucked in close to each other, whereas normally I can stretch out somewhat more. You can see I'm hitting this underquilt wall over here. It's like a force that I have to work against all the time when I'm moving around in here. I think if it was a little bit wider and maybe a little bit longer to alleviate the tension underneath. I mean, you want a little bit of void or air gap between you and an underquilt or whatever you're using underneath you. You don't want to be laying on something or have it so stretched that it's compressing. That doesn't create a loft, doesn't trap heat in and keep you warm. I think this hammock is a longer, I think it's the tallest Hennessy you can buy. So the underquilt in this is pretty stretched already. But I think I'm going to look at purchasing the double. OneTigris does a double size, and that might alleviate some of this tautness I have on the walls here that is preventing me from laying like I should in here. So we're going to give that a try. I'm going to return these ones and pick up that wider one and see what happens. My only concern with that is that it may... well, it's going to add a little more bulk to the backpack. It's going to be slightly larger, and I'm somewhat of a minimalist. I'm all about less is more. That's my motto in life, really. And already my small backpack that I typically carry on these short outings, these couple-day trips, my backpack's fairly small. And already, just with a hammock, a sleeping bag, and this underquilt, 75% of my backpack the space is gone. So we'll give this the double one a try and see how that goes. But otherwise, that's all I've got. Hopefully this made sense to you. It made sense to me. And until next time, happy hanging.